Hey, man. I needed something. I ain't eat breakfast today. Yeah, man, you know.
Danny wants to start.
Aaron Finch, the Oregonian. You came to this team late. You guys had some success. You were shut down like everyone else. Now you guys are here. Everyone's together. You got a bunch of new faces. How are you really feeling about the potential of this squad? And you've been on some good teams, some disappointing teams. You've been around. You've seen the good, the bad. What do you think this team is?
I wouldn't say I was shut down. I was hurt, right?
Oh, yeah.
I was hurt. I think, I think we have really good potential. I think the last several weeks, we've been starting to feel each other out a little bit more on the court. I see where guys want the ball, where guys are effective. And, I think we're kind of starting to click a little bit right now, which is something that you really want to see, because obviously in the beginning of the season, some teams, some guys, some still getting in shape, getting to know new teammates and stuff like that. So us clicking early is good. I think we can, start off on a good start. I think that's the biggest thing. So I think we have really good potential. We just got to go out there and, play basketball how we know how to play.
Hey, Josh, it's Bill Oram with the Oregonian. What have you learned about Dame as a leader and a teammate in these sessions you guys have had?
He's someone who's wants the best for you, genuinely. Someone who I think, he wants to win here. I think obviously he made that evident with, how long he's been here, signing a new extension. He wants to be here. He wants to win here. He wants everyone to be successful. So I think that's the biggest thing. He does that on the court, off the court. He's someone you can talk to about anything. And, he lets you know, when you're messing up. And I think that's the best thing, to having someone that holds you accountable and not just to themselves. So that's kind of what I'm seeing so far. I'm very anxious to see, how it is playing with him and sharing the court with him. So, I think I took enough of the 40 balls so now I don't got to worry about that, and I can watch him get 40 on someone else.
Still mad you didn't get 50 that game?
Yeah, T-Watt ain't passed me the ball, man. Stop passing me the ball with like 7 minutes left, bro. Like, let me get 50. Like, let me get a couple threes up. But, I mean, it is what it is.
Mike Richmond, Locked On Blazers. Do you want to start? Is that meaningful to you?
I think if anyone says no, they're either foolish or lying. So, yeah, I would like to start. I think I've shown that I can start in this league and I can be a piece to a winning team. I think I've shown that. But now, it's up to Chauncey and the coaching staff. Going to go into training camp and play basketball the way I know how to play. And, put the decision in their hands. And, as a player, you're going to have to accept that decision, whether it's something you like or not, and make the best of it.
Aaron Finch, the Oregonian. Portland has typically had their training camp here. This is the first time in a long time they've gone out of state. I imagine you've done that before, and what are the benefits? No, you haven't
Nope.
either. So what do you hope this is going to accomplish for you guys?
Well, for me, I'm hoping to, get into the low 80s on my golf game. So I think that's something I'm really looking forward to. Nice 3-4 days of golfing without being interrupted by my wife or anything like that. So that's what I'm hoping to accomplish personally. But as a team, that's on the record. Y'all can put that. Y'all can tweet that. Go ahead. But I think us as a team, we got a lot of new guys, a lot of young guys. So it's just about building camaraderie. I think the biggest thing, for us, we just got to go out there and play together and hoop together. I think that's the biggest thing. I think, there's two ways to look at, the camaraderie off the court and how that feeds into on-court play. There's two sides to it, but, we have a lot of good guys, a lot of high-character guys. So we're just going to go out there, grow together as a team, focus on ourselves, and hopefully come out that training camp feeling really good about where we are at the start of the season.
Austin White with the Portland Tribune. Speaking of that competition for the three, it's a lot of guys like yourself, versatile, kind of this guard forward in between. What can you say about some of the advantages of, having guys that, even if they're not starting at the three, they can fill a lot of positions here?
I think if you look at any of these championship teams, they have 6, 7, 8 guys that can start on any team in the league. I think that's the biggest thing. You're going to need depth to be successful in this league, to be successful in the playoffs. So obviously that's a conversation that is never a bad thing to have. That means you have a number of guys, a plethora of guys that can take that role on. So I think that's a good conversation to have. And if you're not, I'll be more worried if we weren't having that conversation.
Josh, Danny Brinton, the fan. At exit interviews last year, you talked about having the ball in your hands, a little bit more opportunity to create. Is that, with all the changes and the way the roster's shooken out, is that still kind of the idea to see you more as a primary initiator, whether it's with the secondary group or with the starting group?
I don't know. I think that'll have to be a conversation I have with Chauncey and see what he wants my role to be, and that kind. I feel like I've shown that I can do that. I think last year with New Orleans, I really was comfortable in doing the role that they had me to do, going out there and just kind of getting mine where I can get mine and making sure getting guys involved. And for myself, it's just about being involved. It doesn't have to be scoring, doesn't have to be doing those kind of things, but just getting the ball, making plays, making the pass to get guys up, guys open shots and stuff like that. That's what's more important to me. So obviously, I would like to be a little bit more on ball. That's something that I feel like I can do. That's something I feel like I wasn't really able to show too much before. But like I said, that's up to Chauncey, and I got to rock out whatever decision that he makes. So I'm sure we'll probably have that conversation, in Santa Barbara on the golf course or something.
Hey, Josh, Orlando Sanchez, KGW TV here in Portland. What's the AirPod situation like, man?
Yeah, man, I just got two. So I got 2 new ones. If y'all didn't know, I tweeted something out, some months ago, and I lose AirPods a lot. So I think I was at number 14 or something. And then I ordered the new AirPods, and I was hyped to get them, but then I realized I ordered them to my New Orleans house. So I'm like, oh, dang, I got to go get some new ones until those get here. And then I went and bought some, and then the other ones came the next day. So now I have 2. So that'll probably last me the first month and a half of the season. And then I'll lose them, then I'll go buy some again. Then I'll probably find them again. And then it's just a constant cycle. So hopefully I can hold on to these. They got a little loop that can put on a lanyard or my keychain or something. So maybe I'll do that to, hopefully save a couple dollars.
Rooting for you, man.
Josh, Jason Quick of The Athletic. How would you describe Chauncey as a coach? What impressions did he make on you?
He's someone who's a player's coach in the sense of he's someone who's played the game, played at the highest level, won a championship, knows what it takes. But he's someone who, knows his way around, and I think that's the biggest thing. Playing basketball is just one aspect of being in the NBA, and you have to know how to navigate that. You got to know how to navigate off the court, family issues, all those different kind of things that, quite frankly, a lot of people, on the other side of it don't really care about. And, he's someone who genuinely cares about how we're doing physically, how we're doing mentally, how we're doing emotionally. So I think that's a big advantage, having that. And then he's someone on the basketball side who holds you accountable. And I think that's something that you need, especially now when, guys are used to, hearing what they wanted to hear. I think the biggest thing is holding guys accountable, and that's what he does, whether that's not playing defense, not remembering plays, taking bad shots, he's going to do it. And it's not just, the younger guys, he does that to. He does it to myself, does it to Nurk, Dame, and I think that's the biggest thing. When you hold those top guys accountable, it really trickles down. Yeah, I think so. I've been in the league for 5 years. I've had 5 coaches, I guess 5.5 if you want to count Bron and Rondo. So I had like 5.5 coaches in 5 years. So it's definitely something that I think is a benefit because obviously everyone has different coaching styles. Some are more like, coach, like Willie in New Orleans, he'll coach you up. I think that was the biggest thing. And there was sometimes where we were like, Willie, it's all right for you to snap on us. Like, you can go in on us. It's cool. So when you have guys like that, you have guys like, Luke Walton, who wants to get to know you and really, what's best for you as a person, as a basketball player. You have guys like that. And then you have Chauncey, who's someone who's very genuine, wants the best for you, not just on the basketball court, but more so off the basketball court. And someone that, if you're not doing those things, will let you know and hold you accountable. So that's something that you want in a coach and as a leader. And, we're really excited that he's, that we're playing for him. Cool, appreciate it. Thanks for the fruit, too.